Greetings everyone, it's Thomas Mooneygle, and this month my shifting video that I'm going to do for you guys is going to deal with picking yourself back up, particularly after you've had a major disappointment or setback. And one of the things that's really hard to do is when you've just gotten to a point where you've just fallen down, or you failed, or something didn't go quite right, or you were let down. And it can be really tempting to sit there and wallow in your, woe is me sort of feelings for a bit and sort of dwell on all that, hasn't gone right in your life. And I'm not saying to, not explore your feelings of disappointment, but then also not allow those to derail where you would like to go in the future. So, feel your feelings, but don't necessarily stay down too long if you can help it. So go ahead and sit back, relax a bit, see if you can move your attention down into the space of the heart. And if you're in that space of being really disappointed or really feeling like you've reached bottom, it can be very uncomfortable to stay in the heart for a while, because it feels very heavy. And there's just a lot of tension in that area, but I invite you to really kind of stay with that just for a moment. Now, as I'm moving out, what I'm seeing is little arcs of light moving back and forth. And I'm just going to bring those forward back in. And as I do so, I'm feeling them beaming light in, particularly into the chest area, as they sort of do a sine wave pattern as they move back and through. And now my attention is going actually behind my heart, actually physically behind even my body. And what I'm feeling here is almost like a learned behavior of, giving up or self-pity. So what I'm going to go with that is I'm going to track that all the way back. For some of you, that might be earlier in your life. For some people, it might go back actually through your parents' life or your family's. It might be a familial pattern. So just see, or it might even be, pre-earth life or past life. So just feel which one of those resonates for you. And I'm seeing a construct of green light. It's going out in all directions. It looks like a stylized green clover, a 4-leaf clover actually. So I'm just going to bring that back. Again, set that going backwards in time. And as it hits in that space behind us, I'm seeing a parabola of light coming off of that impact, and then arcing back around and coming forward, passing us, and then converging at a point in front of us. And it's almost like seeing the sun at the horizon, but seeing it from space. So right where that dark edge hits the light that's coming up. And you might still feel some heaviness in the chest as this is going on and moving through. And just allow that to happen. Just allow it to move through. Again, this is not about necessarily fixing things or not having to feel difficult emotions, but just to give you some strength so that you can get the most out of those feelings, and so that you can analyze them, see, are they true? Are the thoughts that are accompanying some of these feelings true? So we're going to go ahead and put a truth detector right in the middle of our field, right there. You see a dial with, completely false, partially true, true, and just see where the needle spins for you when a thought comes up. I'm seeing that made out of gold and white light. And as you learn to interact with that tool, and you've learned to really pinpoint your own things, you may actually be able to use that or your own inner guidance to sense the truth of what others are, projecting forward or saying or doing. Once you have that strong sense of truth within yourself. So, side bonus. And now I'm seeing, sparkling lights of different colors. Think of like sprinkles, colored rainbow sprinkles if they were made out of light, coming down in front of us. And I'm seeing a stairway rise up in front. A door up above, with light streaming in. Now, of course, you can choose to stay in this space, or you can choose to send the stairs and move on. So, I hope you choose to ascend the stairs. Now, if you find this video is helpful to you, please leave a comment. Please subscribe to the channel. That always helps. Share it on social media. If you want, you can shoot me a message too. And if you're interested in private or personalized sessions, you can find a link to my website either at the end of this video or down in the description below. There's also should be links to my blog. I usually post weekly, so you can kind of figure out what's going on in my crazy little mind. And there's also a link to my book, Driving Down the Runes, Walking the 24 Roads. I believe that's down below as well. So I hope this was helpful for you. Peace and blessings.